Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
It's time! Seconds from game 7 or from championship number 6. Jordan, open, Chicago with the lead! Behind the screen, Harper got a piece of it, it comes off. The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship. Tying run at second, 2 out, Palmero over the head of Jenks. Uribe charges, throws, out! And the White Sox have won the World Series.
To the far side around the 8-yard line to Hester. Under it, and to the middle with the 15, to the 20, breaks free of the 25, to the 30, to the outside, 40, midfield, 40, 30 to the coast, 20, 15, Hester 5.
For the 3rd time in 6 seasons, it's one goal achieved. The Chicago Blackhawks win the Stanley Cup. A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it toward Rizzo. It's in time, and the Chicago Cubs win the World Series.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching us on Facebook Live, well, then I guess you found us on Facebook. And if you're not following us on Facebook, what? Come on, guys. Go to Facebook, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the like button, and now you're following Sports Zone Chicago. Simple. But wait, there's more. Go to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching us from our YouTube channel, excellent. And if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel, for real, come on, go to YouTube, type in Sports Zone Chicago, click the subscribe button, but also click the notification button. That's the little bell next to it, and that'll let you know anytime a show from Sports Zone Chicago is going live. Get it? Got it? Good. Now you can also tweet the show. Tweet us at Sports Zone Shy. That's CHI at Sports Zone Shy. Now, if you want to follow me, just me personally online. Want to know what I did? Let me tell you what I tried to do. I tried to give you all one handle, but I had some hackers get at my stuff, and I'm pissed. So on Facebook, I'm at Shawn.Sierra2025. On X, I am at ShawnSierra33 with like 6 followers. But on Instagram, Snapchat, and TikTok, I'm at the Shawn Sierra. We got a great show, but I need you to get interactive. So whatever platform you're watching us on, leave a question or comment on that platform. It'll come up here in a thread. We'll put it up on the screen. We'll incorporate it into the show. And that, my peoples, what makes this the best morning Chicago sports talk show around. And that's you. So bring them all, baby. Questions, comments, smart-ass remarks, because ain't nobody scared over here. Like the Rock said, baby, don't sing it. Just bring it. Let's check the chat, because the chat is jumping like mad. Woo, like crazy this morning. Let's check it out. Cornelia Squall's checking in. He's like, yo, Shawn, Sports Owners. Cornelia, what's up, Papa? Mr. Shorty, top of the morning to you. He says, top of the morning to you too, sir. Black Diamond is in the house. Top of the morning, gang. FGB. I don't know about this one, but I trust this coaching staff, so I'll wait for it to play out. There's a lot of I'll see going on after Saturday afternoon. But the South Side himself, Michelle Walls in the house. And what up on a House Music Monday morning? House music all night long. Say what? House music all night long. Say what? Cornelia says, after calming down and realizing what their strategy was, believe this was a very good draft. Well, I'd love to hear your thoughts, Cornelius. Levette Lee checking in. Happy House Music Monday, y'all. She says, happy House Music Monday to you too, Levette. Thank you much for tuning in. I appreciate it. And listen, I don't know a lot about a lot, but I do know this. More of the usual suspects will chime in as the show goes on. That, my peoples, I can promise you. Oh, man. King Booker World checking in. What's up, my man? How we doing? Hope you had a good weekend. You, like everyone else, hope you guys had a really good weekend. I just got a text. We had Glynn Morgan on at 10, but something came up. He's unable to make it today at 10. It stinks. I really wanted to get his thoughts on this, but we'll make it work. Don't worry, we will make it work. All right. Sorry I missed you guys on Friday. Had situations pop up. You guys, Bears going 3-14 according to all the side experts. Here's my thought. Here's why I have the reservations that I do. Okay, here's why. We had 26 out of 32. We were 26 out of 32 in regard to pass rush win rate. Not enough for the stats. Let's just keep it a buck. All right, we sucked in pass rush last year. All right, we had no pass rush. None. And yet we led the league in turnovers. Led the league in interceptions as well. So to not address the pass rush bothered me. It wouldn't have bothered me as much if the people who were responsible for the majority of our turnovers and takeaways were still here. But they're not. That's the reason why I'm concerned. Nishan Wright, if I'm not mistaken, led the NFL in interceptions. Him or Kevin Byard, both of those guys are gone. Tremaine Edmonds, before he got hurt, at one particular point, he was leading linebackers in interceptions. He's leading all linebackers in the NFL in interceptions. Jaquan Brisker had a great year last year, probably his best year as a Bear. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, okay, came in. It made a big impact here with us. So think about all the people who made big plays. Think about all the people who had a lot of interceptions, and they're gone. So now you want to pin your hopes on a pass rush that was 26 out of 32 in pass rush win rate without having the people back who are making the plays. Again, if they were back, if Nishan Wright was back, if Kevin Byard was back, I'd have a little more faith. I'd be a little more optimistic. Then Ben and Ryan Poles come out, and Ben says we're going to coach him better. We're going to coach him better. I'm starting to give Ben the side eye. I trust him, but with a side eye. Because you're going to coach it better. How are you going to coach the players better? Okay. His response was the coaches are going to be more familiar with the his style and how he wants things coached. The players are going to be in the same system. Okay. But you're still not telling me how you're getting to the goddamn quarterback. You still don't have people who can get to the quarterback. You have a $98 million man in Montez Sweat who's not getting to the quarterback in meaningful times. All right, I've said this 1,000,001 times, and I'll say it again. I don't give a damn how many you get. Tell me when you get them. Don't tell me how many you get. When do you get them? First series of a game, it counts as a sack. But how important is it in the first series of the game as opposed to in the fourth quarter when a team is trying to come back on you? So you can sit there and tell me you had double-digit sacks, or tell me Montez Sweat had double-digit sacks. It's a great year. No, it's not. Because you didn't put the fear of God in anyone, ever. And if it wasn't for the turnovers that we got, you'd have seen how bad our defense really was. You know, you don't address the interior. Caden Johnson was there, and you didn't take him. We gave up over 5 yards a carry last year. 131 yards rushing. We gave up a game. And you didn't address it. Now, that's an awful lot of confidence you have in your defensive line coaches, your D-line coach, because you didn't get in. You got something to do. We got Big Nev. We got Vandenberg. I'm sorry. I think that's his name. Grady Jarrett's coming back. Okay. But give me a guy that we know is able to stop the run. And that's why I was big on Caden McDonald from Ohio State. I know he's not a 3-tech, but he's a nose. If you can't run up the nose, or run up the middle because the nose is clogging everything up, well, there's a problem. There's a problem. The reason Andrew Billings played so well 2 seasons ago was, one, he was healthy, but 2, he clogged up the middle. That's a problem. When you can't run, that's a problem. But when you have people allowed to run the ball against us, we're going to be in deep trouble. So I don't care about how much speed we have on the outside. I don't care how much length we have on our cornerbacks. I don't care if they're verts, the athleticism. You're going to need that to catch the running backs who are busted when they're getting busted right up the middle. So that's my issue. And it seems like, as I said before last week, is he going to say, hey, let's just outscore everyone? Because that's what it looks like. We're going to put up 50. Can you put up 50? He is trying to I hope one of the things that I said, I wrote in one of the threads, I hope his power didn't go to his head. We're going to talk about the draft picks and the need for them and how good of a pick it was at the time. I wasn't happy with the draft. I gave it a C. Now, I gave it a C because of this. because of addressing the needs. Now, if you're asking me what my grade was based on the talent of the players, I'll probably give it a B to B plus. The talent of the players. See, I think we got better over the weekend. How much better are we going to be better in the fall? That's the question. Cornelius said, I got two answers for you why the D-line is better. Jordan Vandenberg and Jaden Loving. Yeah, I saw those guys. Jaden Loving's undrafted free agent. Jordan Vandenberg's the guy we got in the 6th round. Jaden Loving is extremely athletic. Vandenberg, too, is one of the reasons he fell was because of his short arms, and people found that Loving was one of the guys. He had a inability to get off of blocks once people locked him up. So yeah, give me a guy who's done it. Give me a guy who's done it. And Jordan Vandenberg, I like him. I think he can definitely be a good rotational piece and maybe turn into something better than a rotational piece. Jaden Loving, that's a possibility too. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. All right. So you're telling me we got to put our trust in a defensive line coach. Okay. I will do that. When the teams start gashing us up the God blessed middle, I'm gonna say I told you so. When you don't have a big someone in there to stop the run who can hold a double team, I'm gonna tell you I told you so. You know, I would not have been opposed to bringing back Billings because he's healthy this year. We're going into last season, he was rehabbing. I've talked about that distinction ad nauseum, which is why I think Grady Jarrett is going to have a much better season this year. My man, Rick Gonzalez checking in. What's up, Papa? Says, hola, amigo. Hope all is well. FGB and F visiting Wisconsin. But it's okay if you go up there to get your greeny greens, isn't it? That's what Seattle did. They used rotational pieces. Yeah. That means you got to coach them. And again, that's what I'm saying is you got to coach. You're putting a lot of trust in your defensive line coach and the DN coaches, your D tackle coaches. My name's Monica checking in. Thank you, Mija. I appreciate it. Says, what up, Dio? So, that's the issue. The issue is not going after the needs that we had. Okay. We didn't address the needs that we had in the draft. And we acquired some players in positions that we were strong in. So let's talk about Roush, tight end. Okay. I like his skill set, but I think we could have done better with a D lineman at that particular point. Because you can find, just like you found Dylan Smythe last year, you could have found another guy off the street or a free agent. just like you found Xavier Thomas in the third round. Now, I'm a little more lenient on that. Okay? Here's why. He's also a returner. And here's my thought process. Coach Hightower is still here. A lot of the players that play special teams, or many of the players, are still here from last year. So they have a good grasp on Coach Hightower's schemes. So now you're bringing an electric rookie with 4.28 speed. Put him on a team on the units that are familiar with each other and have some cohesion. It could be a problem. It could be a problem. It could be a problem for other teams on special teams. When you get a guy, when you get a unit that's you have a good majority of the people who are coming back, and then you add a dynamic returner. That's what happened in 06. Rick says Rouse is cheaper, SuperBack. That's why I think they did that. They're in cap hell, FGB. Cornelius says Ben's definite needs were another tight end, another center, another speed receiver who just happens to be very versatile. My thought is this where we're going to go now? Is he going to ignore the needs of the defense? Okay. Now, I can't say he completely ignored them because safety was a position of need and he got a good one. Like I said, the talent that they got is unquestioned. But did you fill the needs that you had? And I don't know if you did. You did with the first pick. You did with Dylan Thieneman. His versatility, his makeup. He's from Northwest Indiana. He's from Northwest Indiana. He has no problem coming down in the run game. He's a weapon. He's very versatile. Fast as a mother hubbard. You needed a safety and you got one. Actually, you got the second best safety in the draft. Can't go wrong with that. Again, I would have liked another position, but I can't be mad at that's a need that you had, and you had the second best safety available when most people thought he wasn't going to last past 15. Most people thought there was no way in hell he was getting past Minnesota. So I can't complain there. But at the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to talk about more. We'll talk about these things more. What we're going to do right now, we're going to take a quick break, and on the other side of the break, we'll get to the top of the morning topics. All right? So don't go anywhere, folks. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Operator 901, where's the emergency?
127 Brynmere.
Okay, what's going on there?
I'd like to order a pizza for delivery.
Ma'am, you've reached 911. This is an emergency line.
Large with half pepperoni, half mushroom.
You know you've called 911. This is an emergency
Do you
line.
know how long it'll be?
Okay, ma'am, is everything okay over there? Do you have an emergency or not?
Yes.
And you're unable to talk because...
Right.
Is there someone in the room with you? Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Okay, it looks like I have an officer about a mile from your location. Are there any weapons in your house?
No.
Can you stay on the phone with me?
No. See you soon. Thank you.
Every day, we take steps to keep the people we love safe, but some health risks are easy to miss. Ticks hiding in the yard can spread germs, like the ones that cause Lyme disease. Mice searching for food can spread bacteria that makes us sick. Mosquitoes lay eggs in standing water and can spread West Nile virus and more. Cockroaches are drawn to water in the home, leaving behind allergens that can trigger asthma attacks. Common pests can threaten our health. Learn how to protect your family at pestworld.org.
When I'm flying, I put my helmet on, my visor down, my mask up. You don't know who I am. Whether I'm African American, Asian American, Hispanic, white, male or female. You just know I'm an American airman kicking your butt. I'm General C.Q. Brown Jr. Come join us.
No, I don't know, though. I'm scared. I mean, you're so...
Do you know that you're in my lane? No, not at all. Are you not paying attention? Are you texting? I was just checking in with my mom. I was telling her that I thought we'd be home by 6. It's okay. There's enough time. Just pay attention. I'm not even halfway through my text. There's no way. I'm not even going to look up. My babies are in the car. You have to pay attention. It's just supposed to be a quick text. I'm so sorry.
And that's lined out into center field as if on cue. Nico Horner reading the graphic and delivering. In Los Angeles. And that's too high, ball 4. And the first 2 have reached.
That's what Taylor was talking about.
Freeman swings and misses, struck him out. And there's one away. In the air out towards left center field. That'll touchdown for hit, and that's going to roll. Bush around first, and Bushy to second, and he'll dive in. He's got a double. Pitch in the dirt, kicks away from rushing. Racing for third is Bush. And he's safe. Wow. Both runners advance.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those comes courtesy of the Marquee Network. Those were the Northsiders out in Chavez Ravine. Out in L.A. Homes. What's up? East Los, vato. L.A. Homes. Let's get a crack-a-lackin', baby. Let's get it crack-a-lackin'. Guys, you know how we do it. The first segment of every show was called Top of the Morning.
It won't come just when you want it.
Top of the morning to you. Top of the morning to you.
Let's see, which way do we go? Which way do we go? Which way do we go? Well, it's bad either way, so let's get it started. Let's get it cracking. The White Sox, the good guys from the South Side, are on the South Side and dropped the rubber match to the Washington Nationals yesterday, 2-1 in 10 innings. They lost both games in that series in extra innings. Sean Burke came on after an opener. Sean Burke came on and had a gem. No, he got a no decision, 7 1/3, 7 1/3, 3 hit, no run baseball, no walks, 4 punch outs. Peters was 1 for 1, driving in the only RBI for the good guys. Man, it was a pitcher's duel like a son of a gun yesterday, boy. Holy cow. This was the longest outing of Burke's career and probably the best he looked throughout his career. Man, he was dealing. Sox just unable to come through in some key moments. And, yeah. That would have been a nice series to take. But they didn't. So, keeping it moving. The next top of the morning topic, staying with the White Sox. The White Sox, the good guys. Okay, the good guys. They're at home again tonight. They got another 3-game set. They're hosting the Angels at Rate Field. First pitch is at 6:40 p.m. Central. You can catch that game on Chicago Sports Network or listen to it on their flagship station, ESPN 1000. That's 1000 a.m. For the probables tonight, for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Jack Kachanowicz. He's 2-0 with a 3.10 ERA. He's going up against Anthony Kay for the Southsiders, who's 1-1 with a 5.57 ERA. They got a 3-game set Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Rick will be at Tuesday's game for the $5 menu. I ain't mad at you, bro. I am not mad at you, dog. Not at all. The next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Your Cubbies. They also dropped the rubber match their series against the Dodgers yesterday, losing 6-0 at Chavez Ravine. Shota Imanaga, probably his worst outing of the season so far. He got the loss. He's 2-2 and 5 1/3. 6 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 free passes, 6 punch outs. Michael Busch was 1 for 2 with a double, his 4th. PCA was 1 for 3. No ribbies as they were shut out. No rest for the weary. Next top of the morning topic, the Cubs. Staying with the Cubs. The Cubs traveled on I-5. It's Interstate 5 down in, oh, it's supposed to be here, silly. Cubs travel down I-5, Interstate 5 down to San Diego. Hope they don't go into Tijuana. They face the Padres at 8:40 p.m. Central Time. You can catch that game on the Marquee Network or listen to it on their flagship station 104.3 FM or 670 AM. The Score. The probables for tonight's games for the Northsiders. Matthew Boyd is on the bump. He's 1-1 with a 5.79 ERA going up against Randy Vasquez for Los Padres of San Diego. He is 2-0 on the season. So it was frustrating, I bet, for both sides of town. All right? I know my White Sox people, we're frustrated. We had that game. We had either game. Either of those, game 2 or game 3 of the series, we had it. And we let it slip. We had it and we let it slip. And that's the frustrating part of a team trying to learn how to win. They're trying to learn how to win. And you're gonna have some days where you're successful in doing it, and you're gonna have some days when you're not successful doing it. And that's the frustrating part. Learning how to win is not easy, and it's not linear. One issue I'm having is with our closer, Sir Anthony Dominguez. He's giving up too many runs. He's getting in too many bad positions, and I'm not liking it. All right, you got one job. Get outs 25, 26, and 27. That's what we need you for. But in listening to Ozzy, you realize, or he mentioned that Sir Anthony Dominguez has never really been a closer, per se. Did the White Sox, was that a reach for them? I don't know. Yeah, Rick, you're right. Rick says Sox just can't close out games all season, FGB. That's what happens when you're trying to win, man. That's what happens when you're learning how to win, because they've won some, they've closed out some, and they don't stand out because we expect them to. They don't stand out like when you blow a game. Those tend to stand out more. And you know what, Rick? Maybe you will bring the Sox luck tomorrow. You say you're looking forward to seeing Murakami in person. Yeah, he was good. Man, I saw him opening day. Yeah. King Booker says, somebody on here said 40 homers. Now who is that clever bastich? You did call it, King Booker World. I thought you were nuts. I said, just give me 30, 25 to 30. Man, he's going to get paid. He's going to blow past that in a heartbeat. He's at 11. And we're barely a month into the season, 11. And Rick says, he looks good, Booker. How long to trade him to the Red Sox or the Dodgers? No, that's Noah Schultz we're trading to the Red Sox. A big power left-hander. That's our thing. We get a big power left-hander, and we trade him to Boston. We've done it twice. The last top of the morning topic. NFL draft is concluded, and the Bears have their draft class of 2026. With their first pick in the first round, the 25th pick, the Bears drafted safety Dylan Thieneman out of Oregon by way of Purdue University. He went to Purdue his first 3 years, in Oregon his last. King Bookerwell said, about to change his name to Damn Anthony Dominguez. That's Sir Anthony. Damn Anthony. This is one that I was okay with. I didn't like it. I'm okay with it. He's gonna help. Man. Then they moved on in the second round. The 57th pick, they got Logan Jones, center from the University of Iowa. You know, he's 24 years old. He was part of the best offensive line in college. The Iowa Hawkeyes won the Joe Moore Award, and that's for the best offensive line in college. He started 51 games. So you get this. I am cool. I am good with that. You start 51 games in college, God bless it. God bless it. And here's the thing I like about this guy. He won the Remington Award. Dave Remington, if you don't know who Dave Remington was a center at the University of Nebraska. And he was the man. And they named the award for the best offensive lineman in college the Remington Award. So not only is he the Remington Award winner this past season, but he's part of the Joe Moore Award-winning group, which means the best offensive line. So he's the best player on the best offensive line. Okay. I see it. I like it. I like your thinking of the future. We still have needs on the other side of the ball. And it makes sense. I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough because offensive line picks are not sexy at all. At all. But you just got the best center in the draft, a Remington Award winner. You want Caleb to have a familiarity with his center for the next 10 years? Well, I think he just did that. And these are the moves that could turn into to pay big dividends. Okay? Bradbury is here for 1 year. He's in the last year of his deal. This kid started 51 games. 51 games. Let me tell you something. He started as a freshman. He started as a freshman. If you know anything about college football, it is damn near impossible to start at the University of Iowa on the offensive line as a freshman. Iowa is an offensive lineman factory. And to come in as a freshman and start says wonders about this kid. I see it. I understand it. I still would have wanted a defensive player, but I get it. So you're fortifying the offensive line. You're thinking the next 10 years. Caleb Williams, Logan Jones. It's going to be a situation like Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday. Okay? That's what it's going to be like. Then they traded back, picked up an extra pick to 69 to get Sam Roush. Big, versatile blocking tight end. See. You guys are out of control. Cornelius says, I think the Bears believe he can beat out Bradbury this year. He might. We're talking about Logan Jones. He might. But this was the pick that really made me and a lot of people scratch our heads. We know you love 12 and 13 personnel. But this pick here was the previous pick was one you could have used to fortify the defense. I think the response to that is borderline arrogant. Now, this guy can block his ass off. This guy can catch. This, to me, signals the end of the road is near for Cole Kmet. I feel like if Roush has a good year, see, here's what happened. Cole Kmet just restructured his deal right before the draft last week. Right before the draft, he restructured his deal, lowered his cap hit this year, but his cap hit next year is going to be bigger. So if Roush has a good season, it's easy to see them cutting Cole Kmet. And then going out and finding another good blocking tight end. See, because Roush can catch. That's the good part. Now, because you can do this, if you cut, if that's what you want to do in the Bears. If you want to cut Cole Kmet next year because Roush had a good year, then guess what? You can go and find a blocking tight end. A guy that's all he does, just a good blocking tight end, not going to catch many passes, maybe 4 or 7 passes all year long. That type of tight end. The one that kills you. It's third and 8, and you got him in there blocking, and he sneaks out, and no one covers him because he's got 6 catches all year, and you're in week 15. So you're not looking at this dude because he doesn't catch the ball, and he catches it for a key first down and kills you. You can go get one of those guys, but I think this might be the signal, the beginning of the end for Cole Kmet's tenure as a Bear. This might be his last year here. Or you can keep all 3 and not have to worry about anyone learning a new offense. So the Roush pick was one that I wasn't a fan of. Then they go get Xavier Thomas in the 3rd round with an 89th pick that they picked up. I didn't pick up. This is the one they had. 89. This guy runs a 4. Was it 4.3? 4.2, 4.28. This guy's fast. And I think they're going. What the Bears are going to want to do is they want to attack you from all angles. See, now Xavier Thomas is about 5'10", 5'11". About 200 pounds. If you looked at a lot of the other speed demons, they're a lot thinner. This guy's a little bigger. He's a gadget. Well, you can use him in multiple ways. Think of the way they used DJ Moore last year, and I think this is with Xavier Thomas. That's the way they're going to use him. Very, very versatile. In the backfield, coming out of the backfield, in motion, in the slot. And the one thing that I talk about all the time is speed. Speed kills. Speed freaking kills. So you put him in motion and you create a mismatch. Create a mismatch on this dude. Imagine C.J. Garner. If it looked bad with Christian Watson running away from C.J. Garner-Johnson last year, imagine Xavier Thomas running away from a C.J. Garner-Johnson type slot corner. Imagine that. That's what the Bears want to do. So it looks like he could be like the underneath guy, the crosser guy, and now you got to chase. Good luck chasing a dude who runs a 4.28. What was it? He got, what was it, 4.28, 4.38? Yeah, this guy's going to be really, really good. Or he has ability. Let me not say he has the ability to be very, very, very good. He can be a pain in the ass to a lot of people. And that's the cool part. That's the cool part. Is when you have a guy like this. When you have a guy like this, he's 5'10", 190. Yeah, 4.28 is what he ran. And he's a returner as well. So it's kind of double duty Ratcliffe. He can do a couple of things. And as I told you, you bring in a rookie, an electric returner with a team, with a core of special teams players and a special team coach being in place for the second year. No, actually, Hightower's been there for a while. He's the only person that stayed. So you bring an electric returner to a unit that has a core that's pretty familiar with each other, that could cause a lot of problems. And we've lived through having that third phase, the special team phase, being a vital weapon here in Chicago with one Devin Hester, Hall of Fame returner Devin Hester. Now, I'm not putting Zavion Thomas in a Hall of Fame category, but man, he can really flip the field and he can give the offense a lot of short fields. I don't need him to run it back. I want to see how many times he can get us to the 50 or across. That's what I'm anxious to see. Shawn, can you see putting Zavion in the backfield, a linebacker has to cover? There's no way. There's no way, because they'll just run an arrow route, boop, boop, and cut it, and the linebacker's done. He's done. Shorty says, I love this draft. I was happy with the tight end and ecstatic with Zavion Thomas. Okay. Patty Lara checking in. Good morning, Ma. Thank you so much. Happy House Music Monday to you, too. Jeremiah watching. Foulmouth Chris, yep, 428. Thank you, sir. Talking about what Zavion Thomas ran. Thanks for tuning in, Chris, buddy. I appreciate it. So let's take a quick break. On the other side of the break, we'll continue. We'll talk a little Cubs, we'll talk a little Sox. We're going to continue talking Bears. All right, we have a lot of Bears stuff to talk. We have a lot. We got to get through the rest. We're going to get through the rest of those draft picks. Talk about some undrafted free agents they're bringing in. Talk a little baseball. All right. Heavy Bears today. Heavy duty, baby. Heavy duty. Heavy duty. Heavy Bears talk. All right. Keep it locked right here. Shawn Sierra Sports on Sports Zone Chicago.
Hey, it's your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra, and be sure to follow Sports Zone Chicago on all social media platforms, on Facebook, Instagram, and our Roku channel. You can find us at Sports Zone Chicago, and on Twitter, we are at Sports Zone Shy. Also, be sure to download our mobile app so you can take Sports Zone Chicago with you on the go.
How do you take care of your mind health?
For my mental health, I meditate in the mornings. I have my dogs. They're the best.
I just find ways that help me just relax.
Finding things that make me happy, like being close to my family.
I meditate a lot and read books.
I have hobbies outside of the game. I'm able to switch off. I'm able to turn my brain off from the game of basketball.
Your mind health matters.
Your mind health matters.
It's a romance sport. What? It's a romance sport like that.
Your Marine Corps' way of life is to defend the American way of life. Every day, no matter where we serve, we take a stand for our nation, for each other, for us all. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Everybody in a work zone is someone's somebody.
This is my mom. She works for KDOT.
This is my dad.
This is my mom.
This is my daddy.
This is my sister.
This is my daddy.
This is my son, Scott. He was killed while working in a highway work zone. When you drive through a work zone, drive like a life depends on it. Because it does.
Ground ball. It is cut off by Vargas at third. The spin, the throw. He is looking so good at third base to start this season.
Pretty overwhelming when he's got command of it.
Swing and a miss. Strike three. There he goes. First pitch thrown out from Romo.
Got him on
the helmet. He did.
Getting the ball back to Burke very quickly.
Strike three called. Back to Burke, composing himself with the flip in time. Schultz deals. This one is driven into right center field. Derek Hill, he will score easily. RBI single for Tristan Peters, and it's a one-run game here in the 10th.
Welcome back to ShawnSierraSports on Sports Zone Chicago. Those clips courtesy of Chicago Sports Network. Those were the good guys on the south side yesterday. Just came up a bit short in 10. Fell to the Nats 2-1. They had their chances. All right, they had their chances, just couldn't come through. And that happens to a young team just trying. Yes, I did have a wardrobe change in case you're wondering. I gotta have my house music shirt on. One of my house music shirts on. So I'm just checking the okay. Okay. Yeah, so we're finished talking about these draft picks. Talk a little baseball and go back to talking about the draft picks. So we're talking about Xavier Thomas. All right, 4.28. That's moving, baby. Moving, yeah. Grooving, yeah. He could be a nightmare for some people. And hopefully it's going to be for everyone in the NFC North. Their next pick was Malik Muhammad, cornerback out of University of Texas. This one was interesting because I don't know, he's 6 feet, he's a tall one, 6 feet, 185. You know, just adding depth, I would imagine, is what it looks like. All right, adding depth to a room that's actually pretty crowded. All right, the room that's very, very crowded. All right, you have obviously Jalen Johnson in one. Got Tyreek Stevenson on the other side. You have Kyler Gordon in the slot. I know you signed a free agent or two in the offseason. You also have Terrell Smith, who's coming back off of knee injury. So maybe there is a little room for him. Okay, because we've we were stretched thin last year at corner. And I think Ryan Poles wants to make sure that that doesn't happen again. My man Armando Emeterio Lara Jr. is in the house. Junior! My guy. Frazier is another guy who's going to be in the mix as well. So we've got a couple of corners, a couple of decent to great size to big corners in that room. That's going to be an area to watch, a position battle to watch all season long, starting in training camp. Terrell Smith is back. Zach Frazier's back. This young man trying to make a name for himself. Like Diamond said, this is competition. You're going to enter camp guaranteed to be CB2. Plus, I heard he's still doing knucklehead stuff with trolling fans. Well, I haven't heard about the knucklehead stuff with trolling fans, but I can tell you what, he's guaranteed not to be number 2. He's not guaranteed to have the CB2 spot locked down. I don't believe he has that. I don't believe he has that locked down. Okay, I don't. I don't know if they like him very much personally. All right, remember, they didn't draft this young man. So they're bringing people in to make him work. He's talented. But they need playmakers. I agree. Cornelius says everyone in the secondary runs under a 4.5 now. That's excellent. You want speed? There's speed. I feel the need for speed. All my Top Gun fans, shout out to Top Gun and Tom Cruise. Rest in peace, Val Kilmer. Yes. King Booker World says, don't know much about the new cornerback, but I heard he's a starter quality and can guard one-on-one. Is that true? Yes. Yes, he is. You know, all these guys defensively are Dennis Allen guys. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gotten him. Trust me. So this guy's going to be able to play one-on-one, be physical, come down in the run game, be helpful in the run game, be a problem in the run game. With the next pick, all right, they got Keyshawn Elliott, linebacker. Linebacker out of Arizona State. Forks up. Forks up. He started at New Mexico State, transferred to ASU. Decent size, 6'2", 230. Second team All Big 12. Second team All Conference USA. Big 12 in Arizona, Conference USA, and New Mexico State. This is a guy who flows to the ball. He diagnoses it. He diagnoses a play, and he's gone. He gone. He gone. He's coming downhill, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know who he kind of reminds me of? A much faster Jack Sanborn. And Jack's back. Jack is back, baby. We got Jack. But that's what he reminds me of. He diagnoses plays quickly, and man, he comes down. Here's the overview. It said, big productive inside linebacker lacking the athletic traits to make enough plays on the next level. Elliott has earned praise for his exceptional work ethic and football character. His instincts and reaction time are average, though. He can be heavy-handed when taking on blocks, and his execution is inconsistent. His pursuit speed to the sideline is too heavy-footed in pass coverage, and as an open field tackler, his pathway will need to be as a physical thumper who can star on special teams. His strengths, high-end football character, trains it like a pro at all times, revved up his production in the second season at Arizona State. Hands are heavy when he throws them with purpose at blockers. Drifts downhill to help squeeze the run lane. Makes himself big and wide as a wrap-up tackler. His weaknesses are poor speed, leaves little margin for error in diagnosis. He must improve in properly leveraging his run fits. Lacks short area quickness and reactive athleticism. Slow to disengage from a block and can be exploited in the passing game. Okay, well, why'd you drop something? Damn. Damn. Well, damn. Black Diamond said, the next thing I was going to say is I don't believe they like him. I believe he fell out of favor towards the end of the season. I'm sure we're talking about Tyreek Stevenson, correct? Yep. I feel the need for speed. Black Diamond said, if this secondary is top 10, I'll name them gone in 60 seconds. Yeah, because they are quick. They are quick. They are quick. You can't. So Keyshawn Elliott, he has a lot of. His negatives are pretty pronounced. Are they using him as a special teamer, a run stopper? I don't know. Then their last draft pick. This is an interesting one. Jordan Vandenberg. 6th round, 213th. They traded up to the 213th pick. And this guy, he played football at Iowa Western, Penn State, and Georgia Tech. He's fast and athletic. If I'm not mistaken, he had probably the best RAS score. He's from Johannesburg, South Africa. South Africa. So he's bench pressed 455 pounds, squatted 690 pounds, ran a 4.74 with a 30-inch vertical at 6'3", 310. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? That is insane. That's insane. And here, the NFL Combine, the Combine results says vertical jump was 38 inches. His broad jump was 10 feet 5 inches. 21 reps on the bench. Wow. That is outstanding. I'm sorry. I'm looking at Keyshawn Elliott, silly. I need Jordan Vandenberg. I was like, damn, I knew something was wrong here. Like, wait a minute. We need Jordan Vandenberg. It's like 38 inches is that's crazy for 310 pounds. No, he's 6'3", 300 pounds. Stats. No, that's not what I want. I want his draft stuff, you crazies. Well, this guy's got a motor. They talked about his being extremely, extremely, extremely athletic. He played baseball, basketball, rugby, bodybuilding. I believe his grandfather or his grandfather was a multiple time Mr. Olympia. He used to compete against Arnold. Yeah, that I remember. So he's got some good genes. Good genes. That's wild. That your grandfather, his grandfather Francois, was a competitive bodybuilder. That's crazy. Francois. This is the guy who's supposed to be a problem in the middle. Let me check Jordan Vandenberg's RAS score. I think it was a 10, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Jordan Vandenberg achieves a perfect 10 relative athletic score, RAS, out of 10, placing him in the 100th percentile for athleticism amongst defensive tackles. His historic elite testing ranks second out of over 2,200 defensive tackles evaluated from 1987 to 2026. Holy sheets. Look at this dude. At 310 pounds, he ran a 4.940, 35 reps on the bench of 225, 36-inch vertical leap, 9 foot 11 inches in the broad jump, almost 10 feet, and a short shuttle run of 4.19, which means he can change direction quickly. Wow. Wow. So there we go, addressing the defensive line. So my question is, like, why did he fall so far? Why did he fall so far if these were his numbers? Okay, here's what they're saying. It says Vandenberg's stat sheet is nothing to write home about. He recorded just 5.5 sacks in 5 seasons. 3 of those came in 25. It said these picks in the 6th round are for taking bets out of freak athletes with sky-high upside, and that's Vandenberg to a T. Okay. 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 Said I would trust the process. I would trust the process till I can't. And that's the problem. Well, I shouldn't say problem. That's it. Interesting. Like Diamond says, he has weaknesses that I believe can be corrected with proper coaching. My biggest question about Keyshawn is can he cover one-on-one? Okay, yeah, out of the backfield. Okay. Yeah, the second best Raz. That's crazy. Cornelius, he's saying with him, Jaden Loving in the DT tackle, defensive tackle rotation, the Bears D-line problem is solved. Okay, Cornelius. Very optimistic. Okay. Crooked Commish, what's up, Papa? I said, yo, what's up, Shawn? So with Vandenberg, Jaden Loving, Gervon Dexter, Grady Jarrett, we're good. Nev Gallimore, Kentavia Street, we're good, huh? Okay. Cornelius said average tackles are made behind the line of scrimmage. Okay. King Bookerwell says Dio with the monster 12-sack season, 12-sack year. He heard everyone talking shit and about the massacre QBs. King Bookerwell, I don't care if he has 12. You know my saying. Don't tell me how many you get. Tell me when you get them. Now, if he has half of those, if he say he has a 12-sack season, King Bookerwell, and half of those, 6 of those are in the fourth quarter of games, then that's a phenomenal year. Phenomenal year. Because now people are forced, and I want at the end of the season. You're a fool. 3 of them in the Super Bowl. Hey, shit, I'll take that. Bear Nation will take that. Oh, man. All right. So we're going to see. We're trusting the process. We're going to trust the process until we can't. And right now we can trust it. Right now we can trust it. I hope they're right. And you're expecting a big year from Dio. You're expecting a big year from Austin Booker. You're expecting a bounce back year from Dio. I just said Dio. Bounce back year from Grady Jarrett. You're expecting a big step up from Austin Booker. Now, if, and it's a lot of ifs, all those things work, then now we're cooking with gas. Now we're cooking with gas. King Booker World says, yeah, I'm the same way. I don't give a shit how many did you stop them when it was needed. Yes. Do they have to worry about you on 3rd and 8 on their drive, on their comeback drives? The opposing team, do they have to worry about you? Do they need to double team you? Because that's what I need. Cornelius said Gervon Dexter is going to have a hard time staying in this rotation. Hey, step up. Grown men. You're dealing with grown men now. Okay? You get drafted in the second round a couple years ago, don't mean squat. You haven't developed the way this organization wanted you to. You've had more than enough time to do that. So they decided to bring in some other people. Now you got to fight. Now you got to fight, Dexter. Cornelius says Bears should still bring in Cam Jordan. If you can, why not? He's a veteran. Definitely helped the youngsters help the youngsters be professional. Mr. Southside himself, Marshawn Wallace, said, Bears putting their faith in this D-line. No, they're putting their faith in the defensive line coach. That's who they're putting their faith in. Let's see, who's the defensive line coach? Let's see, staff. Defensive line coach. Team. Photos, team. Here we go, team. Coaches, here we go. Here we go, yo. Ben Johnson, head coach. Dennis Allen, D coordinator. Press Taylor, OC. Richard Hightower, special teams. Antoine Noel, Matt Ponte, JT Barrett. Anthony Blevins, offensive quality control. O-line assistant, Kyle Devin. Defensive line coach is Jeremy Garrett. So there's only one. There's only one line coach. Okay. Only one defensive line coach. That's Jeremy Garrett. All right, Jeremy, you got a lot of work to do, my man. You got a lot of work to do with this group. A lot. Man, they don't even have assistant defensive line coach. Nothing. Assistant defensive backs coach, defensive back passing game coordinator. That's Al Harris. Senior assistant senior defensive assistant, assistant linebackers coach, defensive assistant, defensive analyst, defensive assistant with Nichols, defensive coordinator, quality control, offensive assistant quarterbacks and RBs, offensive line, linebackers, running backs, head strength and conditioning coach. Yeah, dude, it's a lot of pressure on you, Jeremy. And I'll tell you what, if you produce, I will be the first to sing your praises. I will be the first to sing your praises. And I'll call you out and give you your flowers for getting this line in order. Because there's a guy who once said, coaching matters. There's also another guy who echoed it.
You obviously wanted to be coached hard, and then you were willing to accept the way that he does it, and then you see the results of it when you get away from the season.
Yeah.
What did you see when you had a distance to reflect on?
Yeah. Coaching matters.
Hey, don't be copying off me, Caleb. Give me my credit. Give me my credit. Jeremy Garrett, you are front and center, baby. You are front and center. So my man Eric Gonzalez asked me a question. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go, yo? Where'd it go, yo? Here we go. I gotta start starring these when I want. Okay. Comes back. So Eric asked me this question. Give us your overall grade, SuperBack, on the draft. Here it is. I think I upgraded from a C. B minus. Here's what I'll do. Here we go. Here we go. C plus to B minus. That's my grade for this draft. About that as well. I don't know. But here's the crazy part. Remember, there's only a certain number of draft picks, certain number of slots, and the thing is, you're getting a lot more. And although this was a down year, you're getting a lot more good football players coming out every year. Okay, you're getting more good football players coming out every year. But there's still the same number of slots, approximately, because it varies due to the third round compensatory picks. So 7 times. $220-something picks. $257 picks. Red Murdoch, I saw that. Red Murdoch, standout linebacker from Buffalo, was selected by the Denver Broncos as the 257th and final pick of the 2026 NFL Draft. Oh, okay. Murdoch holds the NCAA record for career forced fumbles with 17. Okay. All right, Red. I see you, Red. All right, Red. Cornelius, he says he gave him a B+. Mr. Southside himself, I'm giving the Bears draft grade is surprising, a B. I said C+ to B- because I'm leaning toward a C+ because you didn't address a lot of the needs that we had. The talent that you acquired is good. Well, let's see who's going to stop the run. Because if I'm a offensive coordinator, Commission gave him a C. But I'm an offensive coordinator. I'm running on you till you show me that you can stop my run game. I'm running. King Booker Will says solid B with potential to move to B+ once the season starts. Okay. The commish said, I may have been one of the only guys in their nations. I'm not sure what that means. Saying that I didn't think that they would be drafting a defensive tackle since they signed if you DTs already. I don't know, Court Commish. Full sentences. Coherent sentences. Oh, in Bears Nation. Okay. Bears Nation, my bad. Okay. Junior says, I can't give a grade. I'm still in a haze. Okay. Obviously, the Bears have a lot of faith in Booker Shamar Turner, and Dayo Adengbo. Yeah. Hopefully it works out for them. Hopefully it works out for them. Oh, sheesh. Not this. Because if it does, woo, Charlie, if Austin Booker, Austin Booker takes a big step forward. Shamar Turner comes back and has a solid year. I'm not even saying a spectacular year because he's coming off an injury. Give him a solid year. And Dayo has a solid year. He's coming off an injury. Mug's going to be in trouble. Teams are going to be in trouble. Teams are going to be in Mickey trouble. Cornelius says, Crooked Commish, I agree. There was no way that Ben wasn't going to try to fill out his offense. I think it's what happens. I think he's trying to say, you know what, we're going to put up 35 points. Can you match us? Can you match us? I think Ben's thinking, I'm going to a shootout. We're scoring 35 points. Can you? And that might be his philosophy. We're going to split up 28, 35 points. Can you? I hope you're right, King Booker World. And I got my fingers and toes crossed. This King Booker World says Booker is going to be a problem this year. He's going to be what we thought Sweat was going to be. Because he's got a motor. That's why I'm really, really excited to see what this kid does this year. Because his first 2 years, we've seen it. He's got a motor. He's always coming. He's always in the screen. If he's not in the screen when the tackle's made, he's coming in a half a second later because of his pursuit. He's got a motor that doesn't stop. He's got to refine his passing skills, his counter moves, his counter moves. And if he has, Lord have mercy. Good point. You said he's 260 pounds now, so more strength with that motor. Yes. Now, if he really comes out, and he plays with an edge. He plays with an attitude. The kind that I want my defensive players playing with. That's the attitude that Austin Booker has. King Booker World says, I think he's going to be going through mugs this year. I hope you're right, bro. I hope you're right. I hope you are right. Brandon Schutz checking in. What's up, Papa? Good morning. Happy Monday to you too, sir. Happy House Music Monday. Hope you had a good weekend. And let me get officially. We'll go to Twitter. They should have it on their Twitter account. Yeah. Oh, really, bro? Oh, here we go. We'll go to Bears PR. Bears Communications. Here we go. Nothing. I'm trying to see where. Trying to see who they signed. Come on. Trying to see. Shorty says Booker and Turner. This is the reason we did not draft a D lineman. We signed plenty of D linemen, and Vandenberg will be a nice addition. Whose spot will he take, though? I don't know about a spot. There's going to be a rotation. And that's the most important thing, rotation. Yeah. You might be right. So my question is this. Who's going to be the leader of that defensive line group? Is it going to be Grady Jarrett? Is Grady Jarrett going to have a resurgent and really put these youngsters on notice that this is how you play the defensive line position? This is how you play it. This is how you prepare. This is how you play it. Because Grady Jarrett has a reputation, a well-deserved reputation of being a dog, a professional, a productive defensive tackle in the NFL. And to have those youngsters, Vandenberg, even Dexter, Booker, having these guys in his presence is going to elevate their play. It's going to elevate their play. So I hope, but until it does, my grade is still a C+ to a B-. Leaning more towards a C+. I just put the B- in there just for people to see the letter B and think, oh, okay. But if I had a gun in my head, if I had to pick C-, C+. Because all the things that they hope to happen have to happen. Excuse me. Shamar Turner's got to come back and play well. Grady Jarrett's got to come back and play well. Gervon Dexter has to come and play well. Big Neville Gallimore's got to come back and play well. Kevin Hardy's got to play well. Austin Booker's got to take another step forward. Dio Dengville's got to take a big step forward with his contract. That's a lot of ifs. We all know the saying, if was a fifth, I'd be drunk. And I'm not drunk. It's been a while since I've been drunk. Maybe we'll get drunk this weekend. Maybe we'll get drunk this weekend. Correct. Mr. Cornelius says, Shorty, it's a rotation. Whoever plays the best will be in the rotation the most. And the cool part about it is if you have guys with what the Bears are hoping, that they each play well. I'll put it this way, that they can each be game changers. So one guy's in a rotation, but another guy's playing really, really well, so he's going to get a few more snaps. Then he may come back down to earth a little bit. Then the other guy who was getting short change because the other guy was playing well, he steps his game up and he starts playing better. He gets more reps. I think they did a good job of making that position extremely, extremely competitive. Extremely. That D-line room is going to be crazy, crazy competitive. Jeremy Garrett, get ready to get to work, baby. Get your pencils. Every time someone does something. Reminds me of our Father Flaw, my sophomore year math teacher. He was an old priest, well, father, and he was very, very slow and then deliberate in everything he did. And he had this thing where if you got caught being a jerk or doing something stupid in class, you put your name on the board, you'd have to come after class to his class. And so every time he'd be teaching you to turn around, if he caught you, like, he'd point to you, boop, and then turn around, slowly penguin his way up to the board, write your name in the upper right-hand corner of the chalkboard. We still had chalkboard back then. Of the chalkboard. So that's you, Jeremy Garrett. That better be you. With your pad like this, like. That's what you better be doing. Get ready to evaluate. Junior says that's what Stephen Michael did. He didn't want to be a guy in a rotation, so he became the starter. If this King Booker World said if this rotation can mirror a fraction of what Seattle rotation was, the league is in trouble. Yeah, I agree. And that's the cool part about it, is that they have the guys, they believe they have the coach to bring the best out of this group. They didn't invest a lot in it because they're apparently they're happy with who they have. Maybe it's a financial situation where they're happy that they have a lot of money with Grady Jarrett, Montez Sweat, Dayo Dengbo. Maybe you didn't want to, and it. Booker's not very expensive right now anyway, so maybe they felt like they invested enough in that position. That's what I'm thinking. I think Ryan Pohl's like, man, I got so much money in the D line. I'm not going to allocate any other resources. We're just going to say, hey, we're happy with the group we have. Come off an injury. We expect them to play well. Don't expect anyone coming off injury. Don't be disappointed if they don't play well. I'm saying if they had a rehab. I'm saying if they were injured before last season and had a crap year last year, and then this year they're healthy, all right, cool. Like Grady Jarrett. That's one of the guys who is probably making the best of this offseason. Because he was far, far below his level of production last year. And with his mindset, I know he is not happy with it. He's going to make a statement. He's going to make a statement. Cornelius says it's going to be fun because all these guys have a good get-off except Dexter. Well, guess what? Dexter's going to have to develop a good get-off if he wants to see the field. That's the part about competition. That's the part about competition. So, you're right. King Booker Will says if you don't, Neville will be in his place. Neville Gallimore. He's ready. He wants to make an impression with his team, his new team. He wants to get some more playing time. I'm anxious to see how many to see a bunch of position battles this year. That's what's going to be cool. The D-line is one of probably the most intriguing for me. I cannot wait to see those battles and how they play out. I can't wait. I can't wait for the cornerback battle to play out. Who's going to be cornerback CB2? Who's going to take the number 2 corner opposite Jalen Johnson? Tariq Stevenson? Are you going to be able to go back and reclaim that spot for yourself? Zach Frazier? What about you? Terrell Smith? What about you? Malik Muhammad? What about you? That's going to be another great battle in camp. Edge rusher position. You got Dio. And I don't know what they're going to do with Shamar Turner. They're going to leave him inside. They're going to put him outside. Is it going to be a hybrid? I don't know what they're going to do with Shamar Turner. But you got Dio Dabo and Austin Booker on the edge. For start playing time. So you see, this training camp is going to be one for the ages. One for the ages. They just re-signed what was his name? The quarterback who backed up Caleb Williams. Remember, he had all those yards. He went to Louisville after he left SC. Trying to see if they put a list. What? I'm trying to see if a list of their undrafted free agents. I don't have it here on this one I'm looking at. Darn it, I don't have a list. If someone could get a list of me of the undrafted free agents, I'd be appreciative. I'm going to UDFA Bears. Here we go. All right, so here we go. Louisville quarterback Miller Moss. He backed up Caleb when they were at UC together. Miller Moss, thank you. Black Diamond. Tulane cornerback KZ Eziomume. He played Albany and Alabama A&M. Wyoming guard Caden Barnett, second team All Mountain West guard. Undrafted free agent. Don't they call him the Vanilla Gorilla? That's what they call him. They did it. I didn't make that up. Utah center Jeremy Kump, who played in 59 games and whopping 59 games in 6 years. San Diego State kicker Gabriel Plasencia. Kennesaw State running back Coleman Bennett. Iowa tight end Hayden Large. Wake Forest defensive tackle Jaden Loving, 44 tackles, 3 fumble recoveries last year. Oregon State safety Skylar Thomas. He led the team in with 78 tackles last year. Florida State wide receiver Squirrel White. Illinois center Josh Kreutz, the son of Olin, accepted a rookie minicamp invite. And Georgia long snapper Bo Gardner is headed to the rookie minicamp. And James Madison offensive tackle Pat McMurtry is headed to Chicago for rookie minicamp as well. So that's the undrafted free agents. Shorty says, I'm excited to see this 13 personnel with Zavion Thomas. It's going to be fun to watch what Ben schemes up. Yeah, it is. Because you got some burners. Rome is not that slow either. Rome runs a 4.5. Luther Burden is a burner. Zavion Thomas is a burner. You got some wide receivers who can cook. I just hope the defense is able to hold up and be stout when needed. And be stout when needed. But I'm excited. Excited to see these guys get to work. Excited to see how Ben and Dennis Allen put this newfound talent together. Because Dylan Thieneman is going to be fun. Man, Dennis Allen has to be licking his chops like, excellent. You get a piece like Dylan Thieneman, there's a lot you can do with him. And the cool part about him is that he's extremely intelligent. Because I don't care if you have 4.38 speed. If you have the wrong read and you're going the wrong place, that's a fast mistake you're making. His ability to diagnose plays is top tier. And then with his speed, he gets there in a hurry, in a bad mood. I love it. Well, listen, 2 hours is come and gone. I want to thank you guys for making this a great, great show. Your participations, your questions, comments, smart ass remarks, because nobody was scared over here today. Man, he kept it live and jumping. I really appreciate it. That's why I love you guys. And I really appreciate you with all the support that you give me. Dylan looks like his anticipation is top tier. He's a film junkie. He's a film junkie, so he understands. So that's why he's able to diagnose things quickly and then get there. Because so many times you're like, how the hell do you know that? He was there in 2 seconds. Well, because there's tendencies. You have formations, you have tendencies from formations. You study it, you see it in the game. Boom, they're going to do this. But listen, you guys have a phenomenal day. It's a little cooler today, going high of 60. What we got today? Ooh, high of 75. Shut the front door. I don't know it's going to be that warm. All right, because it's 60 right now. It's 60 right now. It's going to get the high of 75. Okay, several rounds of storms possible. Might be severe in the PM hours. Thank you, Cheryl Scott, in your report. Well, regardless, you have a great day, folks. 12:15, Lakina and Sid and Second City Sports will give you another 2 hours of Chicago sports talk. let's not forget, don't forget, start ordering, start getting your gear. Sports Zone Chicago swag, Sports Zone Chicago hats, hoodies, quarter zips. Get your FGB t-shirts, Coaching Matters t-shirts, FGB hats, your Cigar Fanatic t-shirts, men and women. All right, Bears Victory Monday shirts, FGB shirts. Rick needs to get that one. Good, Better, Best shirts. Good, Better, Best hoodies. See, Michonne already has his his orange FGB hoodie. Make sure you get those. Go to sportzonechicago.com. You can order them there. All right, and don't forget the birthday party, the boat party. All right, $55 a person. So to avoid the fees from Eventbrite, you can Zelle. That goes right to my business account, PayPal, or Venmo. All right, Saturday, July 25th, 4:30 to 7:30. Boarding starts at 4. We're on the Summer of George boat. It's 900 South Wells, obviously right on the river. Tickets are $55, and they'll be $55 flat. No fees, no taxes, nothing else. So be sure to get your tickets. Oh, hold on. Here we go. You can Zelle it, you can PayPal, you can Venmo it. I know Black Diamond, you're interested. Here you go, Zelle. You got to create a contact, Sports Zone Chicago, and at the bottom it'll say phone number, email, Zelle tag. Put the Zelle tag, Sports Zone Chicago, and then there you go. Right, folks, I got to get out of here. I want you guys to have a great day. I will see you on Wednesday. Let your loved ones know you love them, because tomorrow is promised to no one. Believe you me, that hit home this weekend big time. All right? So for everyone here at Sports Zone Chicago, I'm your boy, the SuperBack, Shawn Sierra. I am out.
Come on, race the race. Get ready for the top and then after the drop.